I'm delighted to be here with Charles Peanut Tillman, Chicago Bears legend. We've got a massive event today. Tell me all about it.
Today we are at Manchester. This is our second year doing this flag football championship. We got about 12 to 14 teams. These girls are 12 to 14 years old. Yeah, and we just playing some flag football, man. The UK Chicago Bears, they've been phenomenal in this partnership and trying to grow the game of flag football. And I'm just excited to be here.
Absolutely. Watching all these girls running around, falling in love with the game, it must throw you back to the days when you started playing.
Absolutely. It just takes me back to when I was a kid, in the yard, school, just outside with some friends playing football. And it's nice to see that these young ladies are out here playing. I have three girls, and two of my girls are playing flag football in the States. And I'm kind of wishing I would have brought my girls here so they could see and be a part of this.
Absolutely. And you can show them your trademark moves, the peanut punch. What's your favorite example of ever landing that in a game?
Favorite peanut punch? Probably 2007. We played the Detroit Lions, and it was like a toss or something to my side, and it was a fullback or a lead blocker was a lineman, and he was finna hit me, and the running back was right there, and I kind of jumped out of the way to punch. It was like an Olay moment. So I kind of jumped out and punched and went out of bounds, and we ended up recovering the ball. It was probably it was my favorite. It was one of the best ones that I've done that I can remember.
Of course, and you obviously a Chicago Bears legend. You played alongside so many great players. The girls today learning the importance of teamwork, and a great teammate of yours, Julius Pepper. I know there was an occasion where you got in a bit of a confrontation with another player, and he came to save you. Can you tell me that story?
Yeah. I think it was like Logan Mankins or something like that. Some big offensive lineman. And this lineman he ended up grabbing me. And I was trying to like do all my little fighting moves, my little jujitsu moves. And it did not work. Logan Mankins is like 6'7". And he was like, listen here, you little shit. And he just grabbed me. And I was like, up, 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 up. And nothing worked on this dude. And he is just grabbing me like this. And then Pep, he came by and he was like, hey, yo, my man, chill. Hey, yo, chill. And then I was like, oh, yeah. Appreciate that, Pep, man. It's like I tried to do all my little jujitsu moves and it didn't work. But yeah, Pep, he definitely came to my rescue that day.
Yeah, it's definitely a fantastic story. And you've had opportunities to speak to legends of the past. I know you did a whiskey tasting opportunity with Dick Butkus. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, that was during COVID, and it was cool because I had never met Dick Butkus before. So that was my first time actually having a chance to meet the late great Dick Butkus, and it was great. We sipped on some brandy, some whiskey, and we just talked football, and it was cool. He's a Hall of Fame. He's a top 100 player, in over 100 years. He's one of the greatest players of all time. So that was a real treat, and it was most definitely a real honor to be able to have a moment and just have a drink and talk to him.
100%. And you played against some legends, Randy Moss, Calvin Johnson. Can you tell me what it was like to play against those two guys specifically?
Had to be on your A game. Two Hall of Famers, and Calvin Johnson was a guy who he didn't talk much, but he just came to work every day, every play. And it was a battle. It was a dog fight for us to go out there and make plays. He'd make some big plays. I'd make some big plays. And we just kept trading back and forth. But he definitely made me a better player, for sure. Calvin Johnson definitely made me a better player.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've had some crazy memories. We spoke about a lot of them just there. What do you think is the craziest story from your entire career?
Craziest story. Ooh, that's a good one. Um, I'd probably say training camp. Training camp, we stay in this women's college dorm, and there's a community bathroom. And when a guy would leave his room, he would have to leave his room to go down the hall and use the community bathroom. So guys would sneak into other players' rooms, and we would get in a closet, and you would wait. So when the guy came back from using the bathroom, you would jump out and you would try to scare him. So I scared people. That was my thing. So I would just go into other people's rooms. Then they would come back in and I would jump out and I would scare everybody. It was just, those were some of the funnest things that we kind of did during that time. So yeah, just scaring people. So yeah, those were the good memories.
100%. Charles, thank you so much for giving me some time. I really appreciate it. But before I let you go, is there anything else you'd like to add about this event?
It's great. If you don't know about flag football or American flag football, I highly recommend you get on board. It's a sport that carries over into other sports, so I'm all about kids playing multiple sports. There's nothing like this that a sport that it touches in the UK. This is a unique. It's something completely different. It's similar to rugby, but the only similarity is they have end zones. Other than that, that's it.